Life Yarn, and today we're going to be crocheting the feather stitch blanket. Wonderful texture, and this gradient yarn, it makes it really pretty. It's not a difficult stitch. I'll teach you how, walk through each step. It has a simple moss stitch border, and it's really easy, and since it uses a large hook, it works so fast. So are you ready? Let's get started. Materials you need for this project include Mandala gradient yarn. How many skeins will depend on the size you're making, so check out the link in the description. A 7mm crochet hook, a yarn needle, and some scissors. To begin, you'll need a chain of 2 plus 3. There are 11 sizes of this blanket on my blog completely for free. All the sizes are there, so there is a link to the full written pattern in the description. I've just done a little smaller swatch here. So we're going to work a half double crochet. So yarn over, 1, 2, find that third chain from your hook. Insert your hook into that chain. I like to work in the back bumps. Yarn over, draw up a loop. You now have 3 loops. Yarn over and draw through all 3. Chain 1, skip the next chain, half double in the next chain. And we're just going to repeat that. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, half double. Repeat that all the way down to the end, working a half double crochet in your last chain. All right, here's what it looks like, and I know it's a little strange to have those holes, but we're going to take care of those just now. Chain 1. Now work a half double in this very first half double crochet here, the last one we worked on the row before. Always start with a chain 1 and a half double in your first stitch. Now, chain 1 after your half double, and we're going to work a feather stitch. You yarn over, insert in your first chain space, pull up loop, yarn over, come down here to that skipped chain, and it doesn't really matter what loop you work into. Let me kind of adjust mine here. It can be just grabbing one single strand, which is what I usually do, but yarn over, drop a loop. Okay, you see it kind of grab that strand there, yarn over, insert to the next chain space, drop a loop, 7 loops on your hook, yarn over and draw through all 7. Then you chain 1. Try it again, yarn over, insert into that same chain space, drop a loop, yarn over, go down to your beginning chain and find somewhere to draw up a loop. This is honestly the hardest row. Yarn over, draw through the next chain space. You'll always have 7 loops in your hook, and then you yarn over, draw through all, and chain 1. You can see the texture here, how it's those drawing up all those loops looks. Okay, yarn over, insert into the chain space, yarn over, insert into your foundation chain, yarn over, insert to the next chain space, 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, draw through all 7, and chain 1. Feel free to slow this down, go back. You can adjust the speed on a YouTube video and slow it down if you need. Just remember you have 7 chains on your hook, 7 loops on your hook before you draw through, and make sure to chain 1 to close off each feather stitch, which does count as a stitch. So go ahead and finish that out. You're going to come all the way down to the end here. This is where that last insertion of your hook will go to pull up. You'll grab these 2 and this right here. And don't worry, I'll come back and show you how to finish this off. All right, here's my first row. You can see I have worked in this very last little space. And I chained 1, don't forget that. And then just work a half double in the top. This one's a turning chain. It'll always be a half double in the subsequent rows. And that finishes out our first row, which is honestly, to me, the hardest because you're working into that chain. So now row 3 is going to be our repeat row. You will just repeat this row over and over. So that makes it an easy 1 row repeat. Okay, let me get set up here. And you will just chain 1, half double in that very first half double like I showed you. And now we get to work in our chain spaces. So chain 1 after your half double. And you can see there's 2 spaces right here. Yarn over, insert into the first chain space and draw up a loop. Yarn over, and that next space you can see here below it. Insert, draw up a loop. Hold on, my yarn's getting a little tight. Yarn over, go to the next chain space right here. You can see that hole. Draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through all 7 loops on your hook, and chain 1. And this is what we do, we just repeat. Yarn over, insert into that same chain space, draw up a loop, yarn over, find the chain space in the row below, draw up a loop, yarn over, find the next chain space, draw up a loop, yarn over, and draw through 7 chains. Chain 1, and repeat. Okay, you always work into the same chain space that you ended your last feather stitch on. Honestly, I love this, and with this big hook, even though it's worsted weight yarn, it works up really fast. So like, I loved working this project. It got so big that I had to take it out of my car as my car project, honestly. It was getting too big. So you can see that it changes the direction there. So just work it all the way down to the end, where you can see here's our last little chain space. We'll work our last, put our last hook and drawing up a loop into. So work into these 2 chain spaces and that one, and then a half double in the last. All right, I want to show you this last stitch here. Just working a half double. Mine got a little tight. Pull this through. And this is what your row 3 should look like. You've got the stitches going in 2 different directions. And then we're just going to repeat, like I said, row 3 over and over. So it's super simple once you get the hang of it. Chain 1, half double. Just remember you always end with begin and end with a half double. And you chain 1 between each stitch. You work your feather stitch, and you can see it's so much easier to work into these chain spaces than it was to work into the foundation chain. So it goes really fast, and it's a good project to like while you're watching TV or carrying in the car, and you just repeat as many rows as you need. Like I said, there's a chart on my blog showing exactly how many rows and stitches and everything for different sizes. Don't forget your half double there at the end, and just work back and forth with row 3. When you are complete, this is my little sample. You're going to start with the border. Now, if your border gets tight, you can go up a hook size. I'm keeping this as the same, that 7mm, but feel free to go up to an L if you see it starting to get a little tight. That happens to some people. We've turned, chain 1. You're going to single crochet in the very first stitch, that half double. Chain 1, skip this little chain, single crochet into the feather stitch. Chain 1, skip the next little one, single crochet in the feather stitch. And we're going to work this all the way across. It's called the moss stitch, which is chain 1 and skipping and then single crocheting in the next. It's a very common, very pretty stitch. It goes by several different names, but I always call it the moss stitch. And it makes a really nice border. But like I said, if you start seeing any issues with your stitches for the border being too close together, like right now I'm kind of crocheting loosely, but I considered going up a hook size. Don't be afraid to do that, okay? It is okay to go up a hook size if you start seeing it get a little tight. Okay? Because some people reported theirs did, and that was my recommendation, and I have it noted in the pattern. So I said, don't be afraid to do that if you need it. Now, when you get to the corner, see it's our half double there. We're going to work a single crochet, chain 2, which will be our official corner space, and single in that exact same corner stitch. Okay, and that works us across the top. Now chain 1. The sides are a little different. You're going to skip a row, and then you're going to work into the next row. They can be a little tight, so you may have to help get in there. And then chain 1, skip a space. I always like, it's not exactly into the rows. It's pretty close. For me, I just think about the space that a single crochet would take up, and then I go into the next little space, whatever it may be. You know, because we're working into the side of our rows here, so we did half double crochets. You know, we chain 1 and then half double, and on the other side we did half double. So we're working into the sides of half double crochets. So we just want to skip and then single crochet. Most of the time I always advocate for a round of single crochet all the way around, but with the moss stitch I don't like to do this. I feel like that round of single crochet first kind of ripples it a little bit. So with moss stitch, I just go ahead and do the moss stitch pattern straight from the beginning. So go ahead and single crochet, chain 1, skip, single crochet, and we just work down to the end. Like I said, I just did a small swatch because I don't want you to have to wait for me forever to do a long blanket or come back to it. I like to do the border all in one, as much as I can in one take. So I'm going to work into the side of this half double here. I try to get at least 2 strands of yarn to work under when I'm working a border so it doesn't have gaps. And here we are at our original, here's my little tail end. So you can tell where that stitch was. The only exception is here on the bottom because we worked half doubles and then we worked, so we're going to do a single crochet, chain 2 single, in this corner. And then I will grab just one strand of yarn here because we worked the feather stitch into this, and we grabbed just a single strand. So skip and single crochet. And like I said, it's okay in this instance if it's one. When I find it in the rows, it looks really strange, but on the bottom of the foundation chain, it's not so bad. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet. So you're really just working that single crochet, chain 1, and skipping. Every corner needs to have a single crochet, a chain 2, and another single in the same corner. So I'm going to work down here, like I said, to the end. So the border is typically where I spend more time showing you doing every part as opposed to being like, oh, do this and come back. Except on the future rounds of the border, you do not need to, me to show you every single stitch because it gets really repetitive. Here we are at our corner. Now, this was the exact next stitch. It's okay if you have an extra chain like I did right there. But this stitch, it's kind of working to the side of it. So I'm going to work in under 2 strands. And I'm going to single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet in the same corner. And now we're ready to work along the opposite side, which is exactly what you saw me do on the other side. We're just going to skip and then work into the next row, chain 1 and skip, work into the next row till we get to our original starting corner. All right, here we are. You can see our very first single crochet here. And to match it, we're going to single crochet, chain 2, and join with the slip stitch so that this corner matches all of our other corners. Okay, so you can see our first round, nice and even. Like I said, if you notice it getting tight like this, then definitely go up a hook size. And otherwise, if you feel like it's nice and flat, you can continue with the same hook size. Typically, you'll notice this before you go all the way around your blanket, don't worry. Turn and slip stitch into that chain 2 space. Well, mine's a little loose here. Hold on. Pull this one tight. I don't like having the big loops. So I'm going to slip stitch there. Chain 1 to start our round. And since this is a corner, we're going to single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet in our corner. Okay, chain 1, skip this single crochet. You can see it looks like a V. Single crochet into the chain space, chain 1, skip the single crochet in the chain space. So just keep repeating that. It's a nice, easy repeat, easy to remember because you're single crocheting in chain spaces and you're chaining and skipping the single crochet. So nice and easy down to the corner. When we get to a corner, simply single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. And now we just repeat. You chain 1, skip a single, single. So work all the way around, making sure your corners have the single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Come all the way back around here, and we'll join with a slip stitch to the beginning. All right, make sure you've chained 1 here, and here's our first corner. So I ended with a chain 1, and I'm going to join that with a slip stitch like I just mentioned. So skip that chain 1. Make sure you're slip stitching into your first single crochet. And again, check. See, this one's lying flat. I'm happy with it. I like the way it works. So now you just repeat if you want. I did 3 rounds, but you can honestly make it as big or small as you want by repeating round 2, which is turning, slip stitching into that chain 2 corner, and just repeating the corner instructions. And it can be, the border can be as big as you like.